jump into the Hamlet. We're at week 62. Damn. And I remember we had a hero.
Our family name, once so well regarded, is now barely whispered aloud by decent folk.
We potentially have a very good shield breaker to give to ourselves. But we'll have to replace one of our own. We'll have to replace one of our shield breakers with her. I'm almost thinking, as much I do love Vesky, she's done very well for us. It feels rude to just kick her out. But she also has the curse. And we can get a level 6 shield breaker that does not have the curse. But at the same time, she's level 5. And actually, if we get a level 6, we can't actually use her on anything besides... Actually, no, level 5s can't be used on lower level ones anyway, can they? I don't know. I like our 2 little ones here. We could. The thing is, I don't know if I want to get rid of a lower level one, because then that locks us off from... If anything, I would probably get rid of Towel, because the replacement has Twilight Dreamer as well, I think. And Monsell has Faded, which is pretty good. I would replace Towel, I think, if I did anybody. But that does keep us from using her in low level missions for a while. But we could. In fact, maybe I will. It would be very good to have 2 high level. We could have Vesky and our new one. They could do well in a high level dungeon. Maybe we should. Yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of Towel. Because, you know, you can't just say no to a fully Hello? You can't just say no to a fully upgraded character. Level 5, everything's max level. I think we should. I think that would be smart. These are all level 5 as well. They're all unlocked. So, like... Yeah. I think I'll do that. Towel. It has been an honor. Congratulations, you're free from this hell. Farewell.
It is done. Turn yourself now to the condition of those poor devils who remain.
Ooh. Godfroy. Very, very fancy. Might as well give her the ones that she has here. Those old trinkets. Oh, you just click them and switch. However, most heroes, especially ones you start with, only have 4 of them unlocked, and they're random. In which case you need to go to the guild and for instance, do this. You would unlock and then they could switch to it. Since she was a special one, she has all of them unlocked. But an average hero, you need to go into the guild and unlock that skill for them. And you can upgrade them as well in the guild. The guild unlocks at like week 5 or 6 maybe. Somewhere around there. We still have the fucking Baron. Goddamn Baron. Crimson Court, man. No problem. I know a decent amount about this, so I'll help whenever I can. Also, another caregivers convention, and it opens up the wheel to the boss. A medium champion. Ooh. No, I would say we don't really have much of a healer for that, do we? We could try the Cove. If we do the Cove, I'm probably going to do the veteran one rather than the champion. The champion one is probably a bit much when we don't have the cleric. But we can do... Or we could do one of these. Potentially we could do either of these and level up some low-level people. Because they could probably use a little bit of love. It'd be very cool to get her up to level 3. Because then she can start doing veteran level missions for us. Because it's unlikely that we're going to be doing too many apprentice quests now. Yeah, we might have to do the thing from the stars. But... you know. Now, Puppy. He's actually pretty good. I don't like Demonomania. Kinda sucks. You. Darcy. And we could bring the Antiquarian to make it a little bit of a loot run. Another high-level musketeer would be nice. Our only other musketeer is Verdun, who's level 6. Wow. And some form of tank. Her. That'd be fun. Dipsomania is annoying. I mean, Ruin Foe, but whatever. We could. I might... because, I mean, it's a... yeah, it's a short apprentice. You know, actually, no. There's not much point in making it a loot run, because we're not going to get that much loot. So let's go for Puppy Man. And we'll actually probably get Blackjack. Look at that good boy. He's a good boy. Yep. Kleptomania sucks. It is probably one of the worst in the game, I feel, personally. In terms of, yeah. The things that the, quirks they can get, Kleptomania, very bad. Those Curious, actually. Curious is awful as well. We're going to load her up with the healing items, because, yeah, might as well. She has the curse. That's why her health is low. Better get Verdun. Plus to the crit. Actually. Sniper ring and bullseye hat. Yes. Now you. This little mix. Poor Dismas. Extra damage and total of increased health. Don't like that low stun resist, but we'll be fine. He ran out of food, then he stole it, and then asked them. Yep, that'll happen. That will happen. She has extra damage in the ruins, too. More stress in the ruins, but 15% extra damage in ruins. Ooh. Yeah, kleptomania is just a very good way. In fact, yeah, actually, I'd say kleptomania is actually worse than curious, because curious, they touch things, but they don't take it. Kleptomania, they take it. They steal that shit. That's actually, yeah, that's worse. There's no real point in upgrading these. We don't have any heirlooms anyway. I'm going to do this just to level them up a little bit, but we should really do a antiquarian run here very soon. Because we don't have a lot of things. However, some puppies. That. She could use a blood. We're not going to need too much. It's a short apprentice, like, compared to what we usually deal with. I think we're fine. I'll bring another shovel, because sometimes they're good. Keys, because it's the ruins, and also keys are amazing. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Wasting heroes 5. Good thing we have blood. The ruins bear all the signs of your ancestors' frenzied digging. Keys are very good. When you have some of the items, they're like a strong box with your crest on it. Using a key on it gives you extra treasure.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar, now foreign.
Unlock strong boxes never. You need a key, but locked strong boxes do. I know, look at the puppy. There are secret rooms occasionally. That's why you should always bring at least a couple keys, because secret rooms give you so much good loot. And sometimes they actually can give you people. Oh, I never remember what this needs, and I don't want to mess with it. Good puppy. Puppy boy.
Watch your step.
Yeah, sometimes you can find good things in the Iron Maiden, but usually it just stabs you. Now, we can't get too complacent, though, because even though this is a low-level dungeon, these are low-level heroes. Which we could easily lose someone if we're not careful. Go, puppy. I mean, obviously they resist bleeding because they're skeletons, but it's still good damage. Ow. You bitch. Shotgun.
Falls,
Buckshot.
faint hope blossoms.
Yawp. Oh, she has Yawp, that's right. She does not have Iron Swan. Well, she might. We have to look. She might have Iron Swan as one of her things. Go ahead and heal. That's a good heal. Your items are good for it. Stop that. It's rude.
Their formation is broken.
Well, if you notice, he covers the puppy. It actually isn't getting hurt. He's taking the hits for it. So he's very protective. We don't have Iron Swan. She has Yacht. Unlocked. So this one, a key doesn't work. This one, you just touch it. But lock strong boxes.
For a task
Oh,
well
scout.
performed.
You know, I'll go up and fight this battle. I feel confident. Yeah, they're spiders. Look at that. They're all surprised. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Puppy. Oh, they all bled. Wow.
Another one falls.
Another one for the bag. I reduce the pure desire, a fire that cleanses reason. Alright.
Back to the pit.
Oh, so much damage. Hellions are very good. They are very powerful. Yeah, actually, just...
Executed with impunity.
The curious trait... actually, I'm gonna... Hold on. The curious trait means that they occasionally randomly activate a curio, which a lot of times a curio, you don't want them to activate because they require a certain item. Or they're unlucky curios, and if you activate them at all, they fuck you up. Curious is no real rhyme or reason either. It's, yeah, look, a locked display cabinet, a key, treasure. Keys are very useful. But some curios you don't want to interact with like that. If a curious person triggered with this cabinet, they touch it, I wouldn't get the extra treasure from using the item that I can use on it, and they might trigger a bad effect. So all around, very bad trait. Not as bad as Klepto, though, because Kleptos actively steal the items. At least Curious,
Even the cold stone
even if they
bent on preventing passage.
activate the item, they're not going to take its contents. So that's a small
Finding
benefit.
the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
But they're both very bad traits. Any trait that makes them activate things, very bad. Okay, empty room, battle thing. But like, some traits are much more specific. I don't know exactly what he does. Aesthetic. Go with him. He has Demonomania, which is kind of like Curious, but I think it triggers less often. Is occasionally he just grabs things because a demon tells him to.
In
Powerful.
radiance, may we find victory.
But yeah, generally, if a trait says, as well, obsessed with blank, that means that they're going to touch things. Obsessed with alcohol, obsessed with cleanliness, etc. But I think they all have specific items that they trigger for, except for ones like Curious or Demonomania and stuff. Either way, awful, though. Very bad. No fun. Hello there, Skelly boys. Big boy. I'm actually going to bonk him. Get bonked. 11, okay. Okay. Potentially stun him. And do you think you can buckshot? Yes.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Perfect. Very good. Now, stick the puppy.
Press
Stick the
this
puppy on him.
advantage. Give them no quarter.
And you can actually party heal. Chop everyone up a bit. And then just kill.
Continue the onslaught.
Easy.
Destroy.
Easy. Oh yeah, look, we're getting a little full on things. I'll ditch the citrine for now. Crate. Crate of things. We actually need heirlooms very badly, so I'll take it. I'll risk it. Okay, no, it was just stress. The contents are
Wealth
yours.
beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Leave that one alone, thank you. Okay. Let's pop into the room. Ooh, okay. But they're surprised, which is very good for us. I'm gonna feed him a puppy treat. Little dog treat. And then Harry. The puppy, he has tasted blood. Yeah, he's a big boy. There we are. Don't want her to waste away to nothing. He's a big, big boy. Damn. Didn't quite get the stun. I'll have to see. I think it might be. We might need a chest for it. I'll have to check. Ow. Rude. Blanket fire. Okay, so he's dead his next turn. Don't have to worry about him. Very good, we dodged it. Very good. You... I mean, might as well use Hound's Harry. It's just a better... That being said, he actually does pretty good. Good damage. He just maul him.
Annihilated.
Chew him up. Kill. Dead.
By inches.
Perfect. Gotta love it. If it bleeds. What didn't I just hack? He's dead. He's dead his turn. Take a moment to heal. There we go.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Right. Well. Now for some gold. I don't actually care about that. I mean, we can sell the health stone for more. Oh, I'm not sure. We'll check. Yeah, locked sarcophagus. I didn't know beforehand, but now that we open it. That's a nice thing about Darkest Dungeon now, which I don't think was in the game way back when, is these have question marks because I've not tried it on it, but this has gold, which means that I've used it on this item before, and it worked. It did good things. So usually these things can tell you what items are good. Okay, not bad. I mean, we kind of need all the heirlooms we can get. Okay, so we actually only have one battle ahead of us. I like to think we fed him that, but we can't do that technically, but thematically I like to think we did. Luckily, though, we only needed one key for that chest as well, come to think of it. It'd be a bit mean if you had to do, like, 3 keys for that chest. Stun.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Oh, that was lucky.
We require only the strength to follow it.
Hounds, Harry. Eat them. They're really trying to web her up. And it worked. She got stunned. Yell at them. Oh, look at that. That's pretty good. Shoot, kill. And now the puppies should kill them all. Well, they'll kill themselves with bleed.
Unforeseen.
Unforgiving. Patch her up a little bit.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Oh, look at all that stuff. Well, we only have to go to this room, and that's all we're going to. So, I can actually ditch. Yeah, ditch the torch. Just grab the crests. Because unless we have a hunger check in this last tile, we're fine. All good. I'm not going to fight that battle for a curio. Well, actually, it's not far. Fuck it. Ah. Okay. They shouldn't be that hard. Probably. Yup. Stunned one at least. Potentially can stun the other. There we go. Good, we dodged it. Stun plus bleed, automatic damage. Love it. Buckshot. Oh. I'm getting lucky. That's great. That's amazing. Music box. Music box like a MP3 player type of deal, or like a literal, you know, wind-up music box. Either way, that's good. Music always makes things better. JBL.
Ghoulish horrors. Brought low
Hello.
and driven into the mud.
Hello, things. I'll ditch 75 gold until we see what's here. Oh, okay. Decorated urn, holy water. That'll work. Oh, hello.
Gold, trinkets and baubles.
We can ditch these.
Paid for in blood.
There we go.
The shifted corridors and sloped walls of our ancestry are beginning to feel familiar.
Got some pretty decent loot out of that. Got a grave robber satchel that I don't know if we'll use or not, but he's level 3, she's level 3. Claustrophobia. Ugh. I don't actually know what that does in this, but I don't actually know what that does. It's probably not good though.
My obsession caused this great foulness, and it is shameful that I must rely upon you to set it right.
Bink, bink, bink. Bink. We did not... Oh, no, did we open up to the thing? All Saints Day. I don't know what that does. Oh. God. Ancestor's Signet Ring. Ooh. That would be fun. Do you think we could take level 6s on that? Because damn. Okay. Oh yeah, I get you. That's pretty cool. I know at my old work, I couldn't use a speaker because it's too loud at my old work. So I wouldn't be able to do that. Music always makes it go much easier though, doesn't it? Ooh. Collection of Decay. Oh. Ooh, I feel like it might be suicide to go into the ruins on a long champion when the thing from the stars is here. That feels like we might die. But imagine. Oh yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Phone speakers don't usually get too loud. The thing from the stars is a very large eldritch abomination that randomly patrols a dungeon and has a chance to be encountered. And it will beat our asses. especially on a champion level. I think his difficulty is tied to the difficulty of the dungeon you're on. So he's harder the more difficult the thing is. He's pretty beefy. I might go for the Cove instead. Or no, we should go for the Wield so we can get Caregiver's Convention. Yeah, as fun as that would be, I'd love to start getting Ancestor items, because that's pretty fun. I think maybe we should try... Yeah. I think I'll go for the Caregiver's Convention, or as I call it, free healthcare. Does one of our Crusaders have that thing? He does. Okay. Yeah, let's go for the Veteran Caregivers Convention into the Wield. Now the Wield, we can't use any of them. We have to use level 3s or 4s. Might as well bring Conter back out, though, because she's pretty good. Bring Keelchis. He's got a ton of stuff on this. He doesn't like the Warrens, at least. Dacnamania. Tilly. We could. Wield Adventurer, Wield Scrounger. Very nice. Jesters are so much fun in this game. They're a ton of fun. I love them. You know, we could bring the Antiquarian, even though this is a mission for gathering medicines. We could just leave the medicine to the very end and get what loot we can. She's also kind of useful with the flash powder and stuff, but maybe not. I want someone beefy in the front. Actually, we could bring him back. He went very well. Yeah. Yeah. I really like the Battle Ballad and Inspiring Tune. That's kind of what we use him for. Because he's good with the Harvest. Finale is useful if you can get him in the front. In theory, it's probably, if you want to go for Finale, you'd pack Solo. But, yeah, Jesters are a ton of fun. Ton of fun. Maybe Men-at-Arms, maybe. Fated is fun. How about a good old-fashioned... Satanophobia... Soldier... I'll get good old Reynold. Reynold, one of our originals. In fact, really the only one of the he's half of the original too. He's half of the ones that are left. What is this? How you looking, Reynold? Do we have Stunning Blow on you? Might be useful to have. Stukely and Taps. I'm gonna do that at least. Yeah, that's Reynold. I got rid of his Kleptomania, so that's why he's a little bit better. That was one of the first ones I got rid of when the Sanitarium opened. Might as well upgrade. We're here. Conta. Might as well. She's going to be very useful. Let's get him to level 2, right? Settles permanently. Already, something's... I'm not... Settles as in... I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, Sanitarium. you use that. You can, like, bring them in, get rid of these. It's expensive, but yeah, this is what it's good for. I don't know when the sanitarium opens. It's a little later than the rest of them, I think. Maybe it's early, I don't know. It's also how you get rid of diseases, too. Yes. I think the skull... Yeah, the skull kind of says that they won't be removed naturally. But, yeah, you can get rid of them. I think the skull just makes it more expensive. You see, this is 4,900 to remove. This is 1,470. But yeah. Yeah, you can remove them. Just sanitarium. It just costs more. I think we're good. Bleed resist, virtue chance, eh. Now let's help him out by giving him a tambourine. Why not? Good old tambourine. And you... Okay, we're all ready. I'm not going to upgrade that. I'm going to keep him at 3. But yeah, and that's why we're doing this mission, because if you can find an event that is Caregiver's Convention, after completing it, the next week in the hamlet, so basically like immediately after the mission, all sanitarium things are free, which is both disease curing and trait shuffling, getting rid of or locking in. Because you can also lock in, which means that it'll never be replaced. I've already done that with him for 3 of them. Just Faded. He starts with Faded. Pretty good trait. You can lock those in for a price as well, so they're never replaced. But when you have Caregiver's Convention, it's free, which saves a lot of money, especially as the game gets a little more extreme and a little more expensive. Yeah, any event that gives you free stuff is pretty nice, but especially the Caregiver's Convention. Alrighty. I'm gonna bring lots of those, lots of those. It's medium. I just want to be prepared. I'll bring like 2 blood. We're filling up a little bit on random stuff, but I think it's worth it. Because we're not going to grab the medicine right away, probably. So we have time to use up these items as curios and stuff. The dog bones take up. I don't know if we need holy water, but I'll keep 1. Yeah. I'm taking 2 blood, because we're going to have to feed him 1 right away.
Our land is remote and unneighbored. Every lost resource must be recovered.
Yeah, the 3 medicines. Well, this map's a little weird. Gonna have to go here, down, clear these out, maybe rest, and then there. But first things first, we do have to go this way. Oh, did I not bring any bandages? Shit. Well, we got lucky, but I did not bring bandages. I forgot about that. Damn. First empty room. Okay, good. I forgot about the spiderweb things. Hopefully we won't encounter too many more of those, because they'll just rub it in our faces. The Crimson Curse can spread... I believe there's an infection chance within each building. Like, let's say the brothel. If you have a Crimson Curse person at the brothel, and then 2 normal people at the tavern and the bar, or the gambling hall, there's a low chance that one of the normal ones can get an infection by sharing a building with a Crimson Curse person, I believe. But that's really a food check already. I think that's really the only way, besides a mishap in the sanitarium very rarely, that they can get the Crimson Curse spread. I mean, it's still annoying when it happens, but I think as long as you try to isolate the Crimson Curse people into one building at a time, I think it should be fine. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's eventually you might just end up with everyone having the curse, but it's a pain in the ass, the Crimson Curse. It really is. I like stuff
is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Actually, Jade. I'll actually get rid of the Jade for now. Eventually, yes. There is a...
In Radiance, may we find victory.
There's a man back there. By completely beating the Crimson Curse DLC, you can cure it like a normal disease. But sometimes you'll rarely find the cure. We did that last week with the Fanatic. We beat him and we got 2 cures, which I'm not going to use until I'm really sure what I want to cure, because I don't want to waste them. Ow.
Reeling, about to break.
About to break. Hey, good, we dodged it. Now you just hit him in the face. You don't do as much damage as the leper does, but you still do pretty good. It was a fun one last week. A lot went on. A lot was going on.
A powerful blow.
This one's starting out a little more chill to begin with. You know, relatively easy missions.
A dizzying blow to body and brain.
Yeah, the screaming of the Fanatic with like the stakes and stuff, that just really, that gave me a headache. Hey, he did. He did. Ow. Heal everybody, because we all need it. Thank you. Ow. Actually, you can't do Cry Havoc, can you? No.
A singular strike.
Oh. And him heal. Or no, stress heal. Boom.
The slow death. Unforeseen.
Unforgiving. Well, we have, you know, I'll just... You, actually. Cry Havoc. Let's go with Lick Wounds. That is a lot of money. Pretty good. I'll take it. Ow. We have a little bit of bleed, but we don't have any bandages, so we can't actually do anything about it. Yeah, money... If you want a ton of money, it does stack. It only goes up to 1750, although if you have an antiquarian, it stacks higher. An antiquarian on your team stacks things higher, which is kind of fun. Let's get him. She also stacks heirlooms higher as well, which is the really good. Heirlooms I wish stacked higher by default, but I guess that's part of it, because they are very useful. Oh, Jesus. What the hell was that? I don't know if you could hear that. It might have been my side, but my second monitor freaked the fuck out. Also changed color, oddly enough. Don't know what that's about. I kind of like it. It looks better this way. Yeah, I think that was me. That was, kind of weird.
Precision and power.
My everything apparently glitched the hell out. Rend the marks. Oh, they're really going for him. Ow. You bish. $12. $12's a good one. Let's get revenge. Which actually, probably should have done this from the start, but now the dog is angry. Let's just stack a ton of bleed on everybody and go for it. Ah, not quite. Don't... Okay, she got blighted. Pretty nasty blight as well, actually. Ow. Yeah, like he protects the dog. Poor puppy. Don't hurt the puppy. Ow. What the hell? They are really going for him. Yeah, I'm gonna have you heal yourself. That was a... Aw, puppy. Puppy noise. You need to direct heal. Oh. Crit 24. Look at that. We in it now. We back to it.
As the fiend falls,
So he's dead and he's dead. He's the only one that's not going to be dead. Okay.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own. Okay. Let's do a little bit of a... bonk. Okay, so it's dead its next turn. Let's see what we can do here now. Let's try to heal where we can. Ow. Wow, big crit. That's pretty good. And look at that. Full torch, almost full health, low stress. Hell yeah.
This expedition at least promises success.
Now, you know, I'm gonna get rid of the portraits because deeds stack higher. And... Ooh. You know what? The gold technically stacks higher than the onyx. And I'm leaving this medicine behind because we have to come back here anyway. So... Oh. Oh, damn. Oh, you son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Can't do shit. Okay. It kind of does have a kind of a Wendigo vibe to it, doesn't it? A little bit. And, no, they do not disappear if you don't activate them. If you activate them and then leave them, they go away. But if you don't, you just kind of leave the curio there for later, then it stays, which is a good tip. Also, talking about Wendigo, they are my favorite creature out of any mythology ever. As much as I love, like, you know, Greek mythology, Norse mythology, Wendigos, amazing. Alright. I know, they're just awesome. They're so cool. They're very dark as well. Everything about them I love.
Gnawing uncertainty. The
Okay.
birthplace of dread.
Lots of stress. Heal everyone up a little bit.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Fevered pitch of battle.
The ground quakes.
Oh, look at that. That was a good one. I'd say that is pretty good, though. Skinwalkers are quite interesting as well. Like, I love pretty much all of Greek mythology, a lot of, like, Norse mythology, Egyptian mythology, Celtic. I'm just very interested in mythology and ancient cultures in general, and, like, the way they looked at things. Also, mythology is just cool. I do have a thing for Greek mythology as well, just, I don't know why. I always have. But I don't know what it is about the Wendigo. It's just Wendigo, I don't know which it is. I think it's both, technically. Something about them. They're just... yeah. Everything about them. Their aesthetic, their story. Just badass. Just cool.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Oh, we got a lot of stuff going on here. Less stress for the quest. Wow. Full on shovels.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Might regret that later, but... ow. Sack is empty. But yeah, speaking of Greek mythology as well, I do actually have Assassin's Creed Odyssey on my computer, so one day I might play that on stream. That's a pretty fun game. A nice mix of ancient Greece and mythology, and it's not really Assassin's Creed, it's more like The Witcher, but with the Assassin's Creed logo, but I really like it. A lot of fun, that game.
Well struck.
Lead the witch. Lead.
Decimated.
Amazing. Good. She put a curse on us. But she's dead her next turn, so it doesn't actually matter. We can spend this round just healing. Now they're nasty, slimy boys.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
They're a group of goopy lads. Spider tree. Might as well touch it. Hey, we got lucky.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
6. Switch them out. They work the same. Apparently, we've seen Jade more, so there's apparently a good chance we'll get Jade. It's hard to say. Okay, it's empty. And then back to this room, and then down. Oh, there's a battle here now. So what do we got here? Let's go into battle. Great. Don't you infect any of us. Don't you fucking dare. There's a gatekeeper, though. We might get another invitation. Yeah, these guys, half of their attacks have a chance to infect us with the Crimson Curse. Which, you know, not good. That's why half of my people have the Crimson Curse, is because these monsters randomly show up and then give it to us. No, bitch. Okay. Look, you, I'm gonna stab you. No, stop it. Okay. So he's dead. Now let's work on the rest of them. Nope, stop it. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Also, I have to look at the connection maybe for this other monitor because I lost chat. Yeah. It's thinking real hard. Everything's going bad. Okay, I have to fix this. Yep. We're having technical issues today, apparently. Okay, let's put things back over where they belong. Technical issues abound. I just jiggled all the wires and make sure they're all connected. I don't know if that will fix the issue or what, but we'll have to see. Also, our jester has a cure, which is super fucking annoying. God damn it.
The blood quickens.
The blood. Blood.
Confidence
Well,
surges
well, that.
as the enemy crumbles.
Got crit on him. That's pretty good. Dude, he's dead his next turn, so... I mean, not that we can do anything, but... Might as well just go for him. Stress. De-stress.
Inspiration and improvement.
Hey, okay. We got some things. The Baron's invitation. You know, feed the doggy the treats. At least in my mind would do that. Even though it doesn't let us out of battle, but I like to think that's what we did to it. It's for being a good boy. The blood. Must have the blood. Shut up. Heirlooms.
Packs laden with loot
Okay.
are often low on supplies.
Yeah, we have all these things, don't we? I'm going to keep what we have. We have a good mix of gold and heirlooms, I think. Oh, hello. Shovel.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Malformed with misintent. I like that line. We're going to leave these two medicines because they're right next to each other, and we're probably going to end up resting here soon. At least to clear up our inventory, maybe give us some buffs. But... the long... oh, fuck. He's fine. It's a long hallway.
The match is struck.
Long, ominous
A blazing
hallway.
star is born.
Hey, a thing. Actually. You know, we actually... and here's the other medicine bag. We have to come back through here anyway. Once we're done adventuring over there. We might as well leave all the things. We might as well. Aha, okay. Let's go to this room, kill it, rest, up to the treasure room, and here, and then all the way back. Sounds good, let's do it. Torch.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of
Another one of these.
otherworldly corruption.
Ooh. Well, good thing we have all these keys. More of these Crimson Court mother. And yeah, that was the idea, is that after this battle we'll rest, so we use up the wood, we'll use up some of our food, so we have more space. Because that's generally a good way to do it. Leave a lot of the loot until your way out. Because also then, you know which, like, supply items you do or don't need. Like meds or shovels. If you know you don't need them anymore, you can ditch them. But you don't know that until you explore the dungeon. Because you don't want to run out halfway through. Especially shovels. That can be a pain. Stop it. Don't you infect him. If you infect him, I'm going to scream. I know we don't need a vampire dog, thank you. Just keep buffing people. Just further and further and further. Speed and accuracy. Get him, puppy. Get the bitch.
Destroy them all.
Judgment. And you should probably heal everybody.
Compassion
Some nice party heal.
Pitch of battle.
Zealous accusation. That one's about to die. Then we have just a Chevalier. Stop it. Good, thank you. That one's pretty bad. Oh yeah, I love the narrator. Just love the occasional little comments. Plus the way he talks is so cool. I like it all. I like the narrator for a lot of reasons. He's just cool. Stress heal. Stress heal. Gotta keep the stress low.
Confluence of skill and purpose.
Okay, so he's almost done. Puppy time. There we go. He's dead. It's dead. Its turn. Anyone need healing? Nah. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna use it up. Get a little more stress healing here. 13. That's pretty good. That tamborine's doing good work. And dead. Death by inches. Sapphires. I mean, one sapphire is worth more than the jade. So that's that. You know, actually, I don't think we actually need the meds. No scout from here, so we're going to camp. So we camp, we open up 2 inventory slots, then we're going to the treasure room in here, then back down, and maybe down here, maybe not. I don't know if we'll care about much yet. Oh yeah, it can be a very difficult game. And I don't think there's really any major difficulty settings beyond the initial creation of the world and, like, you know, eat the Radiant all the way to Nightmare or whatever.
A spark without kindling.
Let's just do a
The goal without hope.
standard. It can be very difficult, but I'm enjoying the challenge, actually. Because... yeah, because I've never actually finished the game, technically. So it's fun to kind of go through and... Ooh, Tiger's Eye. Give that to the puppy man. I do it because it gives me I do like the streaming of it because it gives me a chance to finish games that I've never gotten around to finishing. It's a lot of fun. Release the hound. Sure. Do we want to do a little zealous speech? Help with stress? Sure. If we can keep the stress to nothing, we can take this group out again if we need to. Plenty of blood left to shed this day. I've seen nothing I am not prepared for. Moonlighter. I don't know if I've heard of Moonlighter before. Loot. Hey, there's a bandage.
For a task well performed.
Like a jade. $90, $90. Let's go puppy. Yeah, we're good. Treasure battle. There's the big boys. Big lad.
Masterfully executed.
Let us finish the hunt. Search dungeons. When you beat a dungeon, you move on to the next one. Visit previous ones. Sell the items you find. Is it a roguelike? Out of curiosity. Okay, more RPG. That sounds pretty cool. I've not heard of that one before. Which is weird, because I've usually at least heard of games before. Even if I've never seen or played them, I've at least heard of them usually. I don't think I've heard of that one, though. Out of curiosity. We should, oh, she can't use illumination in the back row, actually. Huh. Okay. That would have been pretty useful. Stardew Valley, but a dungeon crawler sounds amazing. I love Stardew Valley. That's a great game. It's stressful, though. It's surprisingly stressful for what looks like a chill game. It's the time limit. I don't like the time limit. Like the, not time limit, time constraints. You feel like you always have to be doing something. Now, Graveyard Keeper, on the other hand, that's more chill. This time doesn't actually matter in Graveyard Keeper. Oh. So make money. Okay. Upgrade with the stuff you get. Selling it. Pretty cool. So, OBS, still having an issue. Okay. Let's do this so that they're guaranteed both dead. And now we can kind of do a little of this. Little of this and little of that. Ah, he's craving. Well. I imagine I would, actually. I think I would probably like it. Maybe one day we'll play it on stream when we have an open slot. Who knows? I do like kind of dungeon crawl games, too. They're pretty fun.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
Perhaps the turning point. Okay, there's nothing in that room. That's fine. Now, here's the thing, because this is also a treasure area. I think we might actually... I think we're going to ignore this, because there's probably nothing that good down there. We're just going to start ditching items like this and this. Heirloom chest. Yeah, we're going to start just grabbing everything we can, because we're about to leave. We're also going to need to ditch some stuff for the medicine, but we'll get to that when we get there. We're going to have to ditch an heirloom or two as well. Or maybe a lower, maybe like the jade. Oh, fuck, I forgot to use a key. That's my bad. That's my bad. I completely blanked on that. Oops. Chirurgeon's satchel. Yeah, we'll ditch a jade for one medicine. Open this up with a key, please.
Wealth
Oh,
beyond
what the hell?
measure.
Oh, that's not a very good one.
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Let's do a little bit of that. Bum, 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 bum. Ah, she's wasting away. Might as well give her the blood, because I don't want her to die. We've worked so hard. We're doing pretty good with the loot, haven't we? Now we're just going to go here to nab the last medicine. We'll probably end up ditching the last keys, because we're leaving, so we don't actually need it. Yeah, that's essentially kind of the vibe. They're like vampires, but if instead of sexy vampires, they're horrific insectoid vampires. I mean, I guess if you're into that, then they could still be sexy vampires, but
tonics and herbs will
not my
stave
thing.
off infection and neutralize
Ooh.
contagion.
That's pretty good. Yeah, like the enemies we fought, the weird bug people and the mosquitoes, those were Crimson Curse. They were bloodsuckers. Precise Striker, okay. Hippocratic, that's amazing. That's amazing, actually. Automatonophobia. And Beast Slayer replacing Rune Adventure. Okay. I think we're going to lock in that Hippocratic. That's good.
The preponderance of rare and exotic injuries makes this place perfect for the study of suffering.
The study of suffering. Wow. We're going to get in Hippocratic, and we're going to get rid of... how about Weak Grip on Life? I don't like that. Those her done. You have a lot of stuff. You've been doing well. Let's get you a little bit of something. I'm gonna get rid of Demonomania. Yeah, I'll get you accuracy. Sure. Yes, you can do one good and one bad at the same time. Very handy. You know what? I'm gonna do you because you're free. I'm gonna lock in Twilight Dreamer and get rid of Soft. Make you fancy. Good and fancy. Anyone here diseased besides the obvious Crimson Curse? No. Okay. Well, we at the very least have some good treatments being done. Oh. Ooh. Ooh, a boss. We could do another one. Oh, we could do another one? Huh. Mantra of Fasting. Ooh, I don't like that's a risk. I don't like people being wasted because they die. They die. So it's between personally the Baron and actually doing another caregiver convention. Because we could really use a bit of that. Some more free healthcare? Hell yeah. The mantra of fasting. They have better max HP and speed if they're at the wasting stage of the Crimson Curse. However, when they're at the wasting stage of the Crimson Curse, they have a chance to just die. Just outright die. It's kind of, yeah, it's, I don't remember, I don't know what the exact chances are, but it's like every room or every cell they go through, there's a tick, and if the dice are rolled, then they die. So, very bad. Very bad. That's how we lost Dismas, our starting highwayman. I was really trying to get him to the end of the game, but he died to the Crimson Curse, which I'm still kind of annoyed about. We could do another character. Are there people here who want, like, things gone and things put? That'd be kind of funny. Level 4. We could go back into the Weald and do kind of the same thing we just did. Just with different people, pretty much. I mean, maybe. Or the curse. Can we get... No, we don't have... We can't do Vox Machina because we don't have a low enough level Hellion or Vestal. I don't remember what the exact... I know these are pretty good. He's pretty good. You're pretty good. We kind of need you for healing. And then a bit more of a tank type. I think we might go into the courtyard again and try and, you know, push through a little bit. Yeah, unfortunately, we did. No, Reynolds here. We can bring Reynolds out. Hell yeah. Reynolds Valance. We might switch you out for his thing. Where is he? There he is. Bright Tambourine. Sorts by rarity just to clean them up a little bit. Solar Crown. You have your incenses. You have to bring a bit of blood because you're wasting. Yep. Okay, this is our little team. Oh, crack squad. Might as well. Spend some of our hard-earned cash. Veron. Rome. Which one's you using right now? This. I mean, they're not expensive. We have it fully upgraded for cost. So they're pretty good. I like the background picture of the occultist. He's kind of cool. I like the aesthetic of the occultist. Okay. What we got? Can't quite afford any of these because we did spend 20 of them on the lady. Really, we don't do the trinket thing. They're not that good, to be honest. Whereon's actually no, they're a bad gambler. Someone else is a good gambler. Let's just do that just to get her ready. Because we might use her soon. We're going to the courtyard. We're going to continue with the Baron. Reynolds, Valance, Miron, Rome. Let's go. We still have the Key of Reflection, the blue key. Well, we're going to want a couple of those at least, because, yeah. Bring some shovels, they're actually useful. That is a special key. The dungeon we're going into is... that is true. But there is a good chance we'll find blood while we're in there. 3, I might grab 4. I'll have to see. But the key, the dungeon we're going into is special. It has doors that can only be unlocked with a special key that you find in the dungeon. And we found this earlier in the dungeon. So, yeah, it's like... It's a special, this dungeon only kind of key. I'll bring a lot of stuff, actually. The torches are actually very helpful. Even though there's no torchlight. Yeah, I'll bring that. Any extra we can bring back. Probably a good idea, because we are going to have to give him one right away. So we can have 3 spare. Let's do that. We're bringing a lot of stuff. I don't really care about the herbs, so the holy water that much. But... yeah, that looks good. Yeah, well, the blood always, any unused or extra blood does just go back into the pool. So, yeah, it's not too much of a worry. And since we don't have any wasting heroes, we don't actually have to worry about keeping any on hand. Okay. Into the shitty, swampy courtyard. This is an epic dungeon, by the way. That's why it's so big. This is like our 6th time coming into it. It's really cool, right? The loading screen. I love it. It's so good. Yeah, look at the size of this bitch. And we're not even done. We're not even done with this area. It is an epic dungeon. But the thing about the Crimson Court epic dungeons and also the end game, the darkest dungeon, you can leave whenever you want without suffering stress. Yeah, you can just leave whenever you feel like, because the game doesn't expect you to do it all in one go. So you can come in, do whatever, leave, and come back. Yeah, it remembers where you left off and what you've done, so it's kind of a nice one to just occasionally go into when there's nothing better to do, and just slowly work away at it. Get rid of some of his stress. It's pretty fun, actually, even if it's a pain in the ass. Orb. Torch. Oh yeah, extra blood already.
Staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Background. You know, I think I have a mod that adds more background scenes, but I don't know if it works or not, because I've not actually looked too hard at it, but... There's a battle here, obstacle. Let's go this way. Curio. Smash it with a shovel. Oh, look at that. I'll get rid of this charm. It's actually not that good. It doesn't even sell for much either, so... It's really cool. I do like the aesthetic and the kind of design of everything. But also... a lot of mosquitoes and... yeah. The Cove has some pretty cool designs too, actually, yeah. Here we go. Shoot. Shoot her. No, there's no chance of moving it. We might as well do a little bit of that. It's dead. Very good.
The slow death. Unforeseen.
Unforgiving. Ow. He's bleeding. Keep bleeding. Keep bleeding.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Let's do a little grape shot so we have a bit left. Okay, yeah. Shut up. Just making everyone stressed. Let's see if we can't get a heal off on him. Heal yourself. 9, okay. You did make yourself bleed. But we could fix that.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Okay, first of all, he's going to take a bandage. Okay. Well. Shovel. We have a full pack, but that's fine. It's also anything we leave behind in terms of like unopened curios also saves. And this man I'm not going to do it. We give him blood and we get 2 trinkets, but the trinkets aren't very good, and we don't have the inventory space right now. Also, blood is much more valuable to me than trinkets. Because without blood, people just kind of die. A damned fountain. I like the description. A burbling fount spews crimson ichor from some damnable source. You know, let's, yeah, might as well use it, get some stress down from him. Why not? Fuck it. Probably should have saved that for the way back, but whatever. It just keeps going. Look at that. There's no escape. There's no end. Courtesan. Yeah, see, they're vampire people, and they have nasty insect faces, and yeah, they're a bit nasty. They're creepy vampires. The box. Updates on the box? Oh, okay. You got a box early. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. What, oh, it's amazing. I'm glad to hear it. That's very good. Nothing beats a good high-quality speaker. Careless whispers. Ba-da-da-dum, bow-ba-dum.
The birthplace of dread.
We're getting a little fucked up. That is useful. Yeah, they make speakers very small nowadays, don't they? It's kind of nice. You don't have to lug around a big ass hunk of plastic anymore, do you?
Broken. Maintain the offensive.
The speaker I use for when I do tabletop games, like when I go up and play them, it is one of those ones that does colors. It has the ring on top, changes colors depending on the beat. Like it stays in tune, and it changes color through the spectrum depending on the beat that's playing. It's really cool. And it's wireless Bluetooth. Yeah, they are. I think all around speakers are cheaper nowadays as well. At least as far as I can tell. Yeah, because I really like the one that I use for D&D. Oh. Yeah, mine is nowhere near that big. It's, I don't know what to compare it. It's like the size of like it's like the thickness of a liter bottle of water, but not quite as tall. It's pretty good. Now we have a room battle and another battle. This is going to be rough. Here we go. Also in the Crimson Court, by the way, torches give you accuracy for the battle the next battle. Oh, these big. These are big and bad. I don't like them. Weakening curse. You. No campfire. No, you can't rest. At the same time, you can just leave whenever, so you don't. It doesn't worry that much. If you're getting low on health and supplies, you can just dip. It's just technically, though, you do require invitations to enter, but you find them randomly on like that little bug butler man that I came across. When you kill him, he gives you an invitation. Now and then they do. So as long as you get decent progress each time you go in, you should be fine. Probably should have healed that bleed, but let's just keep buffing people, because that buff does stack higher and higher and higher. And ooh,
Wounds of war can be healed,
now's a good heal.
but never hidden.
Bonk. Big bonk. Bum bum bum. The thirst. Yeah. Fucking. Yeah, it just goes higher and higher. Look at that. That's pretty good. 3 to 6, 3 to 5. Weakening instead.
Masterfully
Did
executed.
4 with the debuff. Shoot her. Shoot her. I just keep quoting Jurassic Park. Ow. Okay. Rude. Well, he has no more bleed, at least. I want it so much. Yeah, Crimson... I hate Crimson Curse.
A momentary abatement.
It's the worst. Makes them pass, and I hate it. I want to die. Stop it. Ow. You bish. Potentially heal yourself. 3. Okay. Yeah, we got it.
Confidence surges as the
It's a little
enemy
rough when we
crumbles.
technically don't have a healer. Gets a little rough sometimes. 50 gold. Actually, no. I'm gonna take the gold. Because... Ooh. Okay. We got some valuables, but not nearly as much as we probably would have gotten. Thank you, Valance. Head to the room battle. Head to our deaths. I'm sure it'll be fine, though, actually. It'll be fine. Just... It's a little rough when we don't have a real healer. Because Vestals do good work. They really put in work. It's amazing. How about some artillery?
Well
Ooh.
struck.
Crit 12, I'll take it. Unquenchable fire of the stars. Hey, little bastard. Infallible servitude. Midnight Minuet. Oh, that's bad. No. Oh, shit. That hurt. Well. We did some damage to him and at least killed her. But... Good. I think, yeah, I would try to move them, which is bad. Well. Yeah, and your night shift would start relatively soon, wouldn't it? Comparatively. Eh.
Slowly, gently.
Okay, now she's in range.
This is how a life is taken.
What? Ah. Week 2 of night shift. Alright. Fucking hell. About 3 hours, ah. Well, that's about as long as I'll be streaming, so that works out, I guess. If you plan to stick around for it. I don't know if you want to take a nap or get ready. But... heal where we can. Okay, so she's not dead yet. We have to do a little more damage to her to kill her outright. Oh. But I'm going to use it just to save a little bit. We have to. Okay, minimum damage. We might be able to get a heal or two in now. At the very least... Okay, good. You heal. We have to do what little healing we can where we can. Okay, good.
The death by inches.
Death by inches. I'm gonna ditch the citrine for gold because it stacks higher. Okay, that's the end of this branch. Pain in the ass. Oh, he's wasting. Yep, I'm not risking it. Not risking it. Go down here. We could use that thing to get rid of a little stress. Why not? Thanks. Also, as a note, these egg sac things only interact with them when you're in the Crimson Court. If you try to do anything with them when you're not in the Crimson Court, then they immediately spawn enemies, and it's not a fun time. But in the Crimson Court, they do good things. They relieve stress or give you treasure sometimes, depending on the size of them. Just always a torch with them. Torches are actually very useful in the Crimson Court. But if you're in a normal dungeon and you see those red egg sac things, I'd recommend not messing with them. They are not your friend. Huh. Okay. Whatever you want to do. I'm glad to have a little bit of a company being kept, and I'll just kind of do my thing. Puppy. What kind of dog do you have, out of curiosity? What do you want to get rid of? Crests. We need crests. You know what? They stack higher. Bust. Here we go. Okay. Luckily, these ones aren't as bad. It's the Chevaliers that are very scary. The big ones. She tried. Mind your manners. I'm trying to mark him. Okay. Bit strange. We might as well. Put some bleed on them.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
They keep trying to spit on us. Oh, what kind of dog do you have? Out of curiosity. Oh, okay. No Crimson Court either. I'd... It's a fun enough DLC. It adds a lot of really cool, like, trinkets, for instance. Like, they add backstory-related trinkets that are very powerful, as well as just a bunch of cool stuff, but it's also very annoying. Also, French Bulldog, that's adorable.
Success
So small.
clearly in view.
Small puppy.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Oh, puppy. Alright. It does make the game significantly harder, but I feel like it's also a good one. If you like the game, it's probably a good one to get. And we have a little try thing. Let's go right up to the middle to get rid of this obstacle so we can get rid of our shovel. Oh, he was slowly dying. Oops. We don't actually have... Oh, this is a torch one. Shifting mists. We're a little worse for wear. I don't... Uh-oh. He's wasting, okay. She's just small baby. Oh, we can use the key of reflection. Very cool. That was what we needed. Oh,
mutation.
fuck.
Unnatural and abhorrent.
It's a crocodile. Oh, fuck. Yeah, small baby. I mean, I know that one of my cats, she is just very small for her size. She's easily outpaced by our other cat, who is half her age, but he's much bigger. It just happens like that sometimes, I guess. Very cute. She's so small. Yeah. I love dogs. I love cats. Cats are my favorite, but I do love dogs. They're cute. Lurking fear. Can't actually hit him. So...
Sedated.
yeah, that a lot of people are allergic to cats, which is unfortunate. I'm a tracking shot to get a buff. Oh, I'd really love a Vestal right around now. Our stress is racking up.
Time to perform beyond one's limits.
Okay, good. Yeah, like, my cats are... There's a tortoise shell, which is the kind of calico, but not. They're very mottled. She's very pretty. She has copper and blonde and brown and black. She's all sorts of colors. Tortoiseshell. And the other one's just a fat orange cat. Yeah, I wish I could play games at work as well. It'd be a great way to pass the time, wouldn't it? Just playing Darkest Dungeon. Especially because if it's a night shift, there's probably not a lot going on, is it? I love fat cats, and our orange is a big, big boy. He's a handsome man. If you can just move up, that'd be amazing. Because then I can actually hurt him.
Sedated.
Sedated. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I wanted you to move up, but not like that. Look. That hurt a lot. Ooh, that is good. Return the favor.
Sedated.
Sedated. Ow. Fuck. Well, let's just smite him.
Impressive.
Stop it.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
Breathe heavily. Bake cookies, prepare the food, etc. Okay, yeah. Because also, I guess depending on where you are, it could be busy. There's also, you know, a lot of activity at night sometimes. Oh, well, we might as well, I mean. Oh, damn. Crit 49. Look at that.
The blood quickens.
Ow. Lurking fear. It's going back to hiding. You none can hide from me. Kill. 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 Die. Kill. Just chanting kill at it. Should probably... Let's heal him again. 17. That's pretty good. He does do good heals when he gets there. Boom, 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 boom. Holy fuck. Oh, hello.
Foolish horrors.
Oh.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
20 customers. Oh, that's not good. Sorry to hear that. That's very no good. Customers. Sometimes customers are just... Oh, that doesn't work. Oh, it holds a key needed for this adventure.
A fortune
A key of
waiting
guilt.
to be spent.
Sure, let's... Oh, that's for down there. Huh. Ah. Kind of a creep. Yeah. Do that. Oh, we don't have holy water, that's right. I mean, I'd like to try. Oh. Well. Well, we're wasting again. We've so far a net loss of blood for this trip. This one doesn't have a battle, just a curio. Let's move this way. Trap time, 100%. Hell yeah. Curio, there's a man. Hello, man. No, thank you, man. You have to, like, creep up just near to it until there's a little purple web symbol next to, above their health bar. And you find the one that has the best disarm chance, depending on, you know, the number that shows up when you hover. And then you just click. On computer, at least, you just click on the trap. It's a little more difficult, apparently, on console, but on computer, it's... you just click on it. Hey, shovel. Good thing we have our last shovel. Oh, hello. Huh. Do we think we could risk a battle? I almost think we should go check this out and then head down here and leave off so the next time we come in, we're in a good position. We're making pretty good progress in this area. Yeah, I think we will. I think we'll risk one last battle, even though that's probably a stupid idea. Like, stupid. It's probably is fucking stupid. But what can you do? You just gotta go for it. Oh, this easy. What was I scared about? Easy. Oh, damn, big crit. Big heal. No, this is, I have it on PC.
Fear.
because this is a PC computer. I could get on console if I wanted. I don't actually use my console at all anymore. I don't use my Xbox. Yeah, apparently it does exist on console. You can get it on Xbox and PlayStation, apparently. Because there was someone in here in the chat a week or two ago that was talking about how iffy the controls are on console. Because apparently they're not very intuitive. Because it's a game that's really meant for PC. Apparently, from what I was told. Okay, yeah, we're going to move back down to this and we've wrapped it up. It can also be on the Switch? Oh. That's kind of interesting, actually. It being on the Switch is actually probably pretty handy, because you can carry that around with you. You can Darkest Dungeon on the go. It's actually kind of cool. I don't have a Switch, and probably won't be getting a Switch ever. Probably, but that's just because it's expensive, and most of the games that are for it, I don't really care about that much. Oh, okay. It is good, though. Handhelds are very nice, because they, it's an entirely different experience. You carry it with you, for one. Ooh, I think... Oh. Yes, I think that this is where this dungeon of ours ends. Oh, 50% off. We could move to the room curio. But I think maybe our next group of explorers can handle this little side bit, then loop around, go to the room of guilt. And after that, they've got to be very soon to the Baron, right? But for now, I think... yeah.
A setback, but not the end of things.
We got some decent stuff out of it. We got 7.5 grand. A lot of crests. A lot of crests. Balance the yips. That's not great. Demonomania. That is also not great.
Life.
Oh.
The greatest treasure of all.
Man. This is the second time we've had this thing, but it's not the one that I really need. No, this is a great event. It's just, of all the people that have died, there's only one that I want to resurrect. And it's none of these three. Because also these three aren't even that good. Because we have 2 occultists. We have like 2 or 3 Vestals. We have a man-at-arms. And they're all level 1. They're not even that really that good. Like, she has Weapon Tinker locked in, but they're really not that good. I'll be honest. I don't think I'm going to take these guys. Oh fuck, I did, didn't I? Am I an idiot? Yeah, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Got rid of... Okay. I got rid of... Twilight Dreamer. Whatever. Who cares? You got it. You bought it. The Switch Darkest Dungeon or... Crimson Court. And Twilight Dreamer means that they can hit enemies in stealth. Which, I mean, at the same time, she has a stealth skill. Oh, damn. That's pretty cool. Switch plus all the packs. So, I kind of fucked up. I thought I was locking it in. Oh well, I mean, it's not a huge loss. It's... Yeah, it's not like it's... She already can bypass stealth, so... Just a little annoying. Oh well. Okay. Let's get these guys off of the team. Well, actually, that being said, they did pretty well. We could send them back in. Oh, or we can bring some new blood. Autonotomophobia. Actually, let's look at the things again. Anything really good? Doesn't really strike me as anything amazing. So we might go and do the Baron again. Get right back into it. Just continue. For the team to do so, though. The Jester actually works very well. Congratulations. It's an amazing game, though. Good luck on, not dying. Remember, keep the first two alive. Well, I mean, there's no reason to keep the first two alive, Reynolds and Dismas. I think it's like a personal achievement of mine to, keep them living to the end of the game. I feel accomplished if I manage that, which I haven't so far because Dismas died. Very sad. But it's like a personal achievement. They both have Fated, though, which is a very good little trait. There's a chance to turn any miss into a hit. So if you can get that locked in at the sanitarium and keep it, they're very useful, actually. We might bring Reynolds back in. Reynolds, Dukley. Because then we'd have a level 5 Crusader. The end of the game is you have to go and delve into and defeat the Darkest Dungeon, which is a very difficult, like, epic... Well, it starts at medium, but eventually becomes epic level dungeon crawl. Basically, yeah. All of this is building up resources and heroes and trinkets and everything to eventually one day take on the Darkest Dungeon. And if you complete that and to the end of the dungeon, kill the final boss. Boss is, I guess. I don't actually know what you do to finish the game. You win. So it's kind of like a long build-up to an epic dungeon crawl at the end of the game. You know, using all the knowledge and heroes and skills you've built up to that point. And I mean, we're getting there. I'd say we're maybe not halfway. I mean, we're kind of halfway. Maybe like 2/3 of the way. Yeah, first, second, third, and final assault on the Darkest Dungeon. I'd say like 2/3 of the... No. 1/3 of the way. 1/3 is less than 1/2. Yep. I can do math. We're going to go back into the corner. Back with Reynolds, I think. Now we can have an actual healer. Which will help. Let's go back in. Now, you actually, stress-wise... No, they're fine. Should I go to the sanitarium, maybe? How much did you say that? Not much, actually. Faded Demonomania. Locking in Faded would hurt. Actually... No. I think we'll wait. It's best to wait, actually. best to wait. Everyone should be leveled up. We just looked at them a second ago. Upgrade his target whistle. Might as well upgrade everything for him. Yeah, he did, didn't he? The dog has the Crimson Curse. Which is unfortunate. Nothing we can do about it, really, though. We have to... That's kind of where we're doing this. We're pushing through the Baron's estate. Because after the Baron, then there's the Viscountess, who is the last boss of the Crimson Court. After we kill the Viscountess, which will be very difficult, then we can cure the Crimson Curse like a disease, which is something that we're definitely wanting to do. I don't want to bring Crimson Curse into the darkest dungeon, because it is an annoying, awful affliction. It's not even good. It doesn't give them that many benefits. It reduces resistance, reduces their health, it makes them act irrationally, it makes the stress of all the people around them increase. It's just not good. There's not even an advantage to keeping it. It's just bad. I mean, if there's an advantage to it, I can't find it, so... Okay. Yeah... We could bring back people. Actually, Darcy. Oh. Oh, that's right, actually. No, we should bring back somebody. We should bring Darcy. She was a high-level... She was a level 4 Vestal. That's right. Her skills downgraded from the looks of it. I'll have to upgrade those again, but... Who should we get rid of for a level 4 Vestal? Ooh. That is the question, isn't it? I'm guessing she probably downgraded because she was dead for so long, maybe? Maybe that's the idea? Or maybe she'll have all her stuff when we resurrect her. Had to mute to sneeze. I mean, I think we could probably get... I've not used the Bounty Hunter. I don't know if I really like the Bounty Hunter that much. He's cool, but we don't use him. Yeah, I didn't want to sneeze into the mic. I would like a level 4 Vestal, to be honest. That's pretty powerful. Because she's going to be level 4. She's going to be level 4 soon. I guess we could have just 2. No, okay, no. I'll keep everybody as they are, because she also has... She has a lot of bad ones. She has some bad quirks. So I think maybe we'll let her sleep. Now, if it was Dismas coming back, the Bounty Hunter would be gone in a second. Sad. Sag. But yeah, I'm actually going to, before we dive into the Baron, I'm going to take a quick 5 or so minute break. 5-10 minutes, maybe. When we get back, we'll dive into the Baron's estate once more. Maybe get the path to the Baron unlocked. That'd be something. Yeah. Break for some water, stretch the legs. I'm probably going to go say hi to my cats. They're probably sleeping, so I'm going to go bother them. Hydrate or dihydrate. But, yeah. I will. I'll go bother them. Because what's the point of having pets if you don't bother them while they're sleeping? He'll give them love. But yeah, I will be right back. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Back to the darkest dungeon. He's around maybe 7 or 8 minutes, maybe. Hello, hello. I like the looks of our hamlets, because some of these buildings upgrade, I think, as we upgrade them. Don't know if they get less rickety, but I think they might. One day I'll fully upgrade the entire place. I'm gonna upgrade that.
Word is traveling. Ambition is stirring in distant cities. We can use this.
Can use this. I upgraded this because if we start losing people, we might want people that are already kind of experienced. So, just being, preparing for the future. Even buildings as well. Building. Actually, if we get 50 paintings, we can make a bank. I think we want to make the bank next. So I think interest on gold we have is probably pretty good. But yeah. We already have the vintners, which is pretty nice. Yeah, we're going to go right into the Baron's place, I think. Continue on that. The only place we've not upgraded at all is the Nomad Wagon. Because, yeah. And we have all these random trinkets as well. I mean, even half of these, we're not going to use them, are we? Like, I'm still going to keep them, but should sell them at some point. Oh yeah, we do have a Houndmaster thing. Increased scouting chance, less chance of party being surprised. The evidence of corruption. This is one of the Crimson Court added trinkets. It references his backstory. So I think he was a lawman. Hustle and dodge and speed. Yeah, I'll switch them out actually. They're pretty good. Scouting chance is very important. Puppy. But yeah, let's embark into the Baron. Let's go. I'll only grab a couple keys, because I don't actually know if we need them. Who's wasting 4? Yeah, I feel you. Just savoring the moments of not not doing anything, just relaxing. Yeah, I feel you. Okay. This will be fine. Can't get rid of the medicinal herbs, but I don't know who adds it, but yeah, I think we're good. Let's embark. Yeah, I remember you talking about job interviews. I don't know if they're the same ones as you talked about last time, but yeah. We used the blue key. We have a yellow key now, but we used the blue key up here, this room. But now we have a yellow key because we found the yellow key, I think, in this area as well. Okay, well, still good luck. All the luck. Knock it out of the park. Yeah, but I think there's only one gate of each color in a dungeon, so it only needs to be used once at all. Like right here was a red gate that we had to find a key for. Maybe it was here. It was somewhere around here. But yeah, there's only one colored door for each type, so it's kind of alright. There's 2 battles in a row here. 44, 42. Give him. Minus 36. Oh yeah. Stop it. Secret room. What, this, talking about this here? Yeah. Secret door, and then it was actually a prison. That's where we got Verdun, who is a pretty high-level musketeer. They're very, very good, and we found them in a prison. They were taken captive, I guess. I got an achievement called Jailbreak. Yeah, I believe if you walk past it, you automatically detect it. I don't know for sure, but I know when you're scouting, you'll find a secret door. They're rare. They're not always going to be in a dungeon, but they're very good. Some of them, like this, was just we go in there, we grab them, but usually it's like treasure, and you need a key to get into it. And they have, it's worth a lot of money, that treasure. Like, a lot of money. Oh, damn. Hello, ugly. Big bastard. Might as well, let's just do Battle Ballad. I love that little tune. We could do a little Hounds Harrying. 8 to 14. Actually, let's do our whistle. Yeah, this is the adult version of this, I guess. This is a large corpse eater, this is a normal corpse eater. It's cool, it's also terrifying. It's very powerful. Stun. Fuck you. Get stunned. Oh, damn.
Executed.
I banish thee. That thing's pretty terrifying. It's huge as well. Can't really stun it again, so. Can stun the baby though, maybe. Their designs are amazing. I really love the look of all of these things. Good puppy. Puppy kill. So I really love the aesthetic and the design and the art style and everything. This game is just good. Just A+. A++. You. Little slicey dice. Ah, resisted. Okay. Eat the worm. Eat the worm. Consume.
So clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Dog MVP. Puppy MVP. I mean, he does have the collar, so he's pretty good. Room battle. Okay, that's not that bad. Yeah, I would love a way to, like, upgrade or increase your inventory, to be honest. That would be pretty good. I'm sure there's a mod that adds that ability, but I'm not going to go looking for it. That'd just be really nice, though. It'd be pretty cool. Be very useful, I know that.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
Munch. Because I actually have a handful of mods. However, they are all ones that either add new backgrounds and stuff, or they add new monsters. Because I don't remember, there was like, you know, the devs recommend, there's like, yeah, mod showcase every week, and they show off mods that add monsters. Wonder what it's called. Workshop. There, subscribed items. Yeah, dungeon backgrounds. And Here Be Monsters. It is called. I feel like I have it, but then again, I don't actually know. In fact, I might have fucked up the install, I don't know. Yeah, I think I probably fucked up the install. Lol. Maybe I'll look into getting that installed at some point.
Press this advantage.
Because I don't know, I don't really know how to do that. But I have it installed at least. It probably has to, you have to like probably activate it a certain way.
Continue
damn.
the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Ooh, tapestry. Jute tapestry. Worth a lot. That. Scouting. Please stop putting the map over there. Well, we have this. Yeah, because looking at the mod, I don't actually recognize half the creatures on the thing, so I feel like I didn't do it right. Which wouldn't surprise me. Shut up. Oh. There's just a man. Man came out of the ground. Might as well. What do we got? We have this, which we can burn. Treasure. Hell yeah. Then stop doing that. Continue on this way. Hope this doesn't go too winding. I'd like to do the yellow room as well. Okay, this is gonna be a problem. Oh. In fact, dog treat. Owns Harry.
A devastating
Oh, well, that's pretty good. I'll just stun her. I can't hit the Chevalier. Bleed. Bleed it out. Throw it away. Rude. Yeah. I want them dead. Okay, good. They're both dead. Might. He's dead as well. Now it's just this bastard back here. Okay. Oh, stunned. Not great. Can't actually hit him. This would just go to him, wouldn't it?
As the fiend falls,
Because nothing else we could do there. Divine Comfort. You can't do much because he's in the back, so you can't actually do anything. Ow. Hey, we're bleeding. You. Stress heal. He does really good with that stress heal now. I'm impressed. Puppy. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. Perfect. You heal yourself with a bandage. And then heal yourself and do some stress heal. There you go.
slowly.
Easy.
Gently.
Oh, hello.
This is how a life is taken.
What about that stuff? Yeah, it is annoying, but at the same time, you know, that's why you gotta think about certain heroes and where they can hit. Like the leper and the crusader can't really hit. I mean, if you have a holy lance, which we might actually want to look into, at the same time, you can't use that unless you're in the back too. So, realistically, leper and crusader, very frontline fighters. They can only hit the first two, but damn, do they do damage. Ooh. Don't you waste away on me. Yeah, it can really, really mess with the whole battle if you can't hit them. But that's why it's always good to have, like, healing stuff on your people. Like the Crusader. He can't hit someone, so it's like, okay, I'll just heal my own stress. And wait for him to get the enemy to get into position. Sometimes it's kind of a benefit. I also like using stun and damage over time to kind of get free turns to heal. It's very nice when it works out like that. You have to go the long, long way back. Long way back. There's a man. Actually, apparently he's called a shrew. I don't know if I would call him a man. He's just a hungry lad. I like calling things lads and men, gentlemen, fella. It's just fun to call. Hey, 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 man with a plan. Plan is to drink as much as I can. I don't know if that's what you're referencing, but that is a song that I know. Okay. A locked gate. The key of guilt. There's a room battle in here. But we have opened up the yellow gate. Now. She is marked. She resisted the move. Oh. Well, a man with a plan is like, you know, it's just a saying. But I was quoting, it's a song by Corporal Connie, I think is the band. They're like kind of weird Finnish metal, I say hesitantly. I think they're just strange. They're good, it's catchy. They have catchy songs. Corporal Connie. They're usually, like funny songs. They're not usually very serious.
Their formation is broken.
Zealous accusation. Ow. I do not want my blood gathered. Thank you very much. More hounds, Harry.
A decisive pummeling.
Area. Definitely probably should get ready, yeah. She was stunned. She's dead next turn. He is coming ever closer. Stop it. Ow. Fucking rude. That hurts a lot. Puppy. Braving, okay. We do a little inspiring tune. You smite. Divine smite. I want to try to get her to turn into heal herself. Divine grace. Divine comfort is the other one.
Great is the
Goodbye.
weapon that cuts on its own.
Rage is the weapon. It's on its own. I'm gonna get rid of that because gold. I'm gonna get rid of that. I don't know if we're gonna be fighting the actual Baron. I hope not, so. Could have done food, but I don't think we can physically eat enough food. Just do a little bit of that. We're now past the yellow gate, though. Oh. Oh, gosh. We don't have the thing, so I guess just touchy. Touchy, touchy. Yeah, I figured as much. But anti-venom might have actually been the play there. I thought it might have been herbs. I don't know. That was just a plate of nasty food. Sometimes you can purify it with, like, medicinal herbs and anti-venom, but I just kind of went for it. I just grabby hands. It's very common in the Warrens. That's why you always want to bring medicinal herbs to the Warrens, because you're going to get a lot of food if you find those. And treasure sometimes as well. Oh, damn. That's not good. That is, in fact, very not good. 3 of these bastards. Damn. Oh, he's wasting 2. There's the last of the blood. We need blood. We're running out of it. Ooh, these things are nasty. I hate these things. No. Fuck. Fuck. That's... yeah. This is just unfair, game. What the hell? That ain't right. Why you do this? Why do you do this? You could blackjack one of them. Bonk. Ooh. A lot of bleeding.
Confusion, nerves, and panic.
Well, there's nerves, alright. Christ. Zealous, or just right for the smite? 2, damn. I'll do what I can for slaughtering, but the stun is the worst. They keep stunning me. Just gotta go right for damage and bleed. I can't do anything else. For... oh, Lord. Okay, it's dead.
As the enemy crumbles.
It's almost dead. Not quite, though. Whew. This one hurts. A lot. Had to mute to cough that time. Because that would blow out the fucking mic as well. Luckily, the mute button on my mic is right there, so very easy to just hit it. Yeah, we can't switch these out in the middle of the back, fortunately, but I'll just whistle, and hopefully the Crusader gets a turn. Yes. Just a little bit of that. A little stress heal. With a tiny heal. Oh, blood. Yes.
As victories mount, So too will resistance.
Blood. The blood. Ah. Nope, so it is herbs. Touchy. Touchy, touchy. No, I think I might actually take the herbs, because they might come in handy, apparently. A little bit of food to heal all around. Into this room, what do we have? A two-way split. And that thing. I still don't know what this does. No. Shovel? Ah! There's treasure in its skull, apparently. We can get rid of that for deeds, at least. Actually, no. I know I said I'll take the herbs, but I'd rather not. I'm taking some heirlooms back. Because we do need heirlooms. Hello, friend. I don't have spare blood, I'm afraid. Should we chop them up? Let's do a little chopping. Or they could dodge. That works too. He's just chilling. He's just a little bigger man. He ain't doing no harm. Puppy. The thirst. Gross. Everyone heal. Vestal does very well. Ow. Rude. That did really good damage, actually. Ah. Stunned. Choice cut. Probably a bleed? Yeah. She's getting all fucked up. So it's dead its next turn. Perfect. You're dead your next turn. So goodbye. She unfortunately has her little stun. Let's help her out a little bit because these are both dead. So. Eat. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past the game to make them able to die of wasting during a battle. I wouldn't be surprised if they could. Because generally, if something makes the game harder, then the game probably goes for that. Because it's supposed to be difficult, so... the odds are kind of stacked against us.
Ghoulish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
The mud. You know, I know it's the bus, but gold is better. We have to drop some stuff. Our main goal in this is not to get a ton of treasure, though we will take a ton of treasure if we can. It's just to finish this damn level. Because I'd like to kill the Baron. Oh my God. It doesn't end. It never ends. Oh my... Really? Holy hell. Okay. So up here we have a locked room. We have a curio. We have a battle with a curio. Another locked room. Okay. Well, let's go down this and maybe the curio will be... I don't know. Put some bandages on the bones.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles.
The paintings don't stack high,
In
do they?
blood.
And that's a very complicated map revealed. But luckily it did, I guess. It helped us. Forgotten delicacies. Yeah, I tried it again. We did not get lucky. I guess move down this way and just keep going. Hello again, friend. I don't have spare blood. I kind of need all I have. I need my blood. Oh. Always with these bitches. Never catch a break. Don't... Oh my... You know what? Fuck you. Your punishment is you move back. Hell yeah. The Chevalier is probably the scariest monster in the Crimson Court. Well, that and that fucking alligator. I hate that thing. Midnight Minuet. Stelis? Mosquito dodged. Damn. Damn. You. We could try some bleeding. Why not? A little bit of blood. Ow. Okay. Big heal. How about... we heal as well. We're at full health now. Fuck you. We're getting lucky with the dodges. Ooh. Stacking bleeds.
Decimated.
Okay, that worked. Yes. That's especially annoying about the Crimson Court, is half of them can heal themselves when they do damage to you. Which makes sense, though. They are, like, mosquito people. So it's actually dead its next turn. Inspiring tune. She's craving now. Okay. Well, just heal yourself up. Oh, okay. That's fine. I wasn't really talking about much of anything of importance. I think I was talking about mosquitoes, so I don't know.
Sedated.
Hell yeah.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Fortunately, paintings don't stack very well, so I can't take them all. We're just gonna walk past this one now. We need to stop sticking our hands into these dinner plates. Okay, what now? Okay. That's a long, long path. Wow. Okay. Do we dare? I guess. Why not? We're going down this long-ass path. Oh, fuck. It worked out. Okay. Oh, just... Okay, I need to stop touching that. I thought the worst it could do was blight. No, there's disease. I know, I thought I would go for it, and now I learned my lesson of, let's not fuck with those. I don't want a disease. Okay. These ones aren't as bad. Damn, he dodged. Yeah, he's a slippery little bastard, isn't he? Stun. Goodbye. Luckily, most of them can be stunned. Bees can't, though. They have a very high stun resist. Skewing repartee.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
You son of a bitch. I didn't even know they had that skill. We've not seen that yet. That really hurt. Damn. I don't really want to use up all the bandages either. But holy shit. We're going to use the bandage for her, because she's pretty fucked up. This little manservant is really annoying. We should probably, let's battle ballad. We probably should have done that from the start.
Blood quickens.
The blood.
Grievous injury.
Why does he have a gun?
Palpable fear.
Okay. He's got a gun. Just...
Mortality clarified in a single
Oh,
strike.
riposte as well. You son of a bitch. I probably should have healed her bleed, but oh well. Finally, goodbye. Goodbye. Now we're getting somewhere. You. Stress heal. Yeah, you're getting pretty fucked up. Actually, let's do a little... Maybe we should stun him. Ow. I think the stream I'm most looking forward to this week is probably Thursdays, if I'm being honest. I really, really love Pillars of Eternity. I am very excited for that stream again. It's just so much fun. If I didn't have a schedule, I would just stream it every day, but I like to have a little variety. Yeah, not the same game over and over again. But I could do it. But I won't. Oh, look at that gold.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Yeah, Thursday. I must read minds. Because I was thinking the same thing of... Yeah. Wish I could play that game earlier, but no, I'm sticking to my schedule. I have a schedule, I shall stick to it. That is Thursday. Tomorrow is Crusader Kings, which is also a very fun game. I'm enjoying our current run. And then Thursday, and then Friday, and... Yeah, because... Oh. Whoa. Okay. Yes, the map game. We are Russia. A lot of fun. But yeah, because that's why I made the plan and have a schedule of playing several different games, because as my hit my desk, sorry. I could just play the same game every day, but I can't think of a single game that I could play every day and not get bored. And also, I don't know, I want to have a little variety. Oh, we're scouting. Yeah, I'm not sticking my hand in that plate again. I learned my lesson. Or did I? Damn, I thought that would have an effect. I don't know what the point of those are, then. Hello. Bleed. We're getting good progress, but I think we're rapidly getting to the point where we should probably leave this dungeon. Can't hit him in the back, so I'll just do with a normal one. Oh, hey. We're at 10, look at that.
Sedated.
Sedated. Bleed. Bleed them dry. Stop it. You motherfucker. With the bleeds. Should have brought more bandages. Die. That's also my chair creaking half the time. It's a very old chair. He's dead his next turn. On occasion I play games when I'm not streaming, but they're not the games that I stream. Like lately I've been playing EU4, which is another game like Crusader Kings that I like to play a lot, but I'm not streaming it right now. Maybe eventually. A bit of Viscera cleanup detail because I think it's therapeutic to play that game because, I don't know, cleaning. I think it's therapeutic. And actually, Satisfactory. Hey, you bitch. I've been playing a bit of Satisfactory. In fact, that's pretty much all I did Sunday, I'll be honest. I meant to do, like, more, like, you know, get some work done on personal projects or something, but no, I just played, like, 8 hours straight of that game. Oops.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Scout. Okay, so this connects back up, so we might... I think I'll go back down and loop back around, maybe. It's a fun game, Satisfactory. I really like the kind of production line, you know, machines and resource type of games. It's just, I don't know, just fun. Fun to fuck around as well. That's why I really like Minecraft with tech mods, I don't know. Because you can just make production lines and resources and stuff. It's fun. Okay, so... Oh! Secret door. Also, holy shit, we found the boss. We're not doing the boss yet. Oh my god. And I love Minecraft. I've loved it ever since it was in alpha. Secret tunnels. Yes. In fact, I'm gonna go back up and go to that secret door. I'm gonna leave these alone. Ooh. We found the boss, though. Ooh. Oh, alright. Yeah. Go walk the doggo. Secret door. What are your secrets? Actually, I'm gonna save that for the walk back because we have to... This is likely to end, so we're going to grab it on our way back, potentially. I do want to see what it is, though. Oh, hello. Sure. Hello, friend. We found a man. A bounty hunter. Okay. Well, that's... Yeah. We can see him when we get back into town, but he's going to be at least reasonably leveled and skilled. So that's kind of fun. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is bad. think we should at least get to the room, maybe? Hold on. Look at that. One moment. Let's see how long they last in wasting if it ticks in battle. Because that will very much decide if I'm doing anything with that. The wasting. They pass turns, they attack. Oh. Oh, if they don't receive one vial before their next blood check. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, no. We're gonna head back to the hamlet, I think. But definitely, yeah, go take care of what you gotta. Just gonna walk to this one curio. Oh no, it's a food plate. Fuck it, we're leaving. I'm not risking
Ignorance
it.
of your enemy and of yourself
Got a lot of
will
loot though.
invariably lead to defeat.
Okay. Reynold has plutomania. Fuck. Hylomania. Fuck. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Okay, all three of them have to go in the sanitarium now.
Let me share with you the terrible wonders I have come to know.
Fuck. Well, we can't use any three of them anyway, not with those. Yep. Just gotta get rid of all three of those traits, because goddamn. And I'm curious. Let's look at our blood supply, shall we? Just throwing a random team here. Nope, not to there. Just like here. 3 blood, 4 wasting heroes. Well, to help him out, then, let's give him the rat. That should help. Who else do you think is wasting away? Peveril and Fitzroy both are. Yeah. Let's give Stanley the rat for now. Okay. Shit. But yeah, we have a new person. 3, okay. Level 3 Dacnomania. They have level 4 skills, though. Ooh. I mean, we might as well... Yeah. You're free of this place, my friend. Retina Moon Missile.
Suffer not the lame horse, nor the broken man.
Hello. Don't know if you're any good, but you're automatic level 3, so... Okay. Well. Let's see what we have to play with. We have a boss again. All Saints Day. Ugh. I might actually do the champion level Winemaker's Reserve because we really need this. We really need it. Peveril. Actually, instead of her, we could get Talipede. And Tilly again. Actually, maybe not. Maybe go with you. Yeah. This would be an interesting team. Craving. Wasting. Yeah, we gotta bring some blood for you. Just one, and hope for the best. Actually, no, not you. I'm not bringing you because I don't want to infect you. Bleed out. We could go with her. Maybe. Valence. Why not? Yep. Let's go with that. And for the team... I had to sneeze again. I'm sneezing a lot today. It's kind of annoying. Talipede, where is Hunter? Talipede. Valence and Peveril. Yep. Let's go with that. Oh. Yeah, because we need blood. Very badly. Very, very badly. Actually. I mean, just look, they're all upgraded. Okay. Just a short champion. Is he even high enough level to do champion? Actually, that's true. He might not be. Champion's level 5. I'm not going to take a level 4 to a level 5. That seems like a bad idea. Sure, you know what we can do, actually? Bring Vesky and Fitzroy. Because we're not going to use Iron Swan. We're using these two. But if she's in the front position after being messed around with this, then... Pale... yeah, that should be good. Let's actually do this and see how they are. Fitzroy. Might as well upgrade her all the way up. There we are. Now we're good. To the courtyard, gather some blood, because... oh, we don't have a lot. I'm grabbing one for her, and the other we have to hope we find very quickly. Not bringing a lot. Yeah, we don't want to bring too much. Ah, yes, we need to, though. Fuck, okay. Remember this, that's what we need to do. I need to get the trinkets off of you. Forgot to put trinkets onto our main Hellion. Yep, there we go. Okay. A couple of those, whatever. Bing, 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 bing. One blood, because we need to hope that... yeah. Bring a holy water, I guess. Just a legend musketeer, look at that. Hell yeah. When we get back after all this, we can see what we can upgrade as well. Just because I'm gonna be careful. Yep. Well, we have some wasting heroes with the rats. We have to. That's why we're going into this mission, for blood. So... yeah. I hope no one dies. Let's just do a big loop like this. Ah. Torch for the mists. Just gonna preemptively do that for some accuracy. Ah. Should have brought more torches, probably.
Wealth beyond measure.
It's alright.
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Oh, thank goodness. So we at least have 5. So we at least have some blood. In case our people get wasted. Oh, these are going to be large and insatiable ghoul. Fierce. Damn, really? Okay. Well, that's not going well. Yeah, shoot it. Shoot it in its big, ugly flesh. Alright, welcome back. Yeah, it's another one of the ghouls. Yeah, we're doing a quick run for some blood. Because we very badly need it. Very badly need it. Throwing skulls around. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Let's do this. Yeah, because essentially, well, we find it normally here and there, and we have a building that makes it, but we aren't making enough to fully keep up with our needs. So there's a mission available in the courtyard to essentially
The wounds of war can be healed,
get a large amount of blood
never hidden.
at one place. So it makes it easier to, you know, maintain our infected population. Okay, I'm gonna do this again to get rid of Marked, because Marked is bad. She's actually very useful. Howl. Stress.
Festering fear consumes
Yeah.
the mind.
See, it didn't actually do that much because she was not marked. So, kill. Damn it. That's not good. Yeah, stress is very bad. Like, okay, that's bad. Well. Oh, got crit. Shot it in the face. Yeah, they're really going for it, aren't they? Damn it. This is not going well. Not going well at all.
A victory.
Crit, though.
Perhaps the turning point.
No, I'm gonna just kill it outright. It's risky.
The greater the glory.
Oh, hello. Yeah, we've not even gotten far, and we're already hitting some difficulties here. Okay, we got a map. That's good. And she's wasting as well. Oh, wow, it's really mapping out the whole thing for us. Wow. Shieldbreaker, yes. She only has one hand. Quest location. Curio quest. Oh. Yes. Oh, we've already got one. Yeah, it's part of her backstory. I think it has something to do with a snake. There's a lot of snake theme in her backstory and stuff. She's also like a soldier from where she's from as well, I think, so. Basically, yeah, we're going to definitely avoid this hallway. We're going to do a big loop. Bandage for some treasure. Ooh, crests. Sure. A little bit of food, some food check. Here's what we're looking for. Winemaker's Reserve.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
And since this is a champion level 1, we get 5 blood per thing, so we get a total of 15 from this quest. We've already had to use like 2 or 3 of it for ourselves, but it'll be fine. Because the higher the difficulty, I guess, means the more treasure you get from it, so. Wine crate. Still don't know. Oh, there's a disease, maybe. Yeah, I still don't know what the hell you're supposed to do for those. Another hunger check? Okay. Sure. Into the treasure room. Let's go. It's not even really a treasure room, it's just a man. Damn, that was unfortunate.
Annihilated.
Iron Swan. Yeah, I know, right? It was like 2 seconds from after the last one. Luckily, we have enough food for one last check, but... Ow! You are very rude. Stop it.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Okay. Oh, man. Bite. Heal, big heal. Oh, the little shrew, the beggar man. Oh my lord. Don't you kill, don't you die.
Now the true test. Hold fast or expire.
Fuck. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. You know what? Fuck you guys, you can't hit me now. And that would, I think there might actually be a chance if you interact with him without giving him blood. I do think there's a chance that he'll fuck with you. It's not like an actual enemy. I think it just like would give you bleed or something, but it would be interesting though. Also, yes, we needed that crit. Holy hell.
Press this advantage. Give them
That
no
would be
quarter.
pretty interesting, yeah.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope
That was rough.
blossoms.
Oh, hello. Oh, position 4. No, we really would never put our guy in position 4. I'm just going to say hello. Oh. He just muttered to us and we freaked out and got stressed. 70, 70, 60, 70. Let's see what the gunner... Damn. A little bit of
Mind that
damage.
Such missteps are the exception, and not the rule.
Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? This is like the 5th time I've seen one. I don't usually... Wine crate. What the fuck are you? What do you use? Like... Oh, really? Okay. Weird. And apparently you just... Yeah. You just touch it. And it can give you blood. Otherwise it gives you stress or firewood. Something. I don't know what the hell that's about. Okay. No, I'm going to use a little bit of this. Into the room battle. Oh, what the hell? Did my stream die? Hello? Why did you do that? What? What? Hello? Okay. Um, so we're back apparently. I don't know what that was, but it just decided to die for a second. So that's fun. Well, we're just going to continue then. I hope that it's good now. I think it just happened as well. We good, we good? I think we back? Because, I mean, it's up again. I think people have to come back in, though. Rejoin. Wow, this stream is just full of fucking problems today, isn't it? Damn. Hello. I don't know what that was.
Obliterated.
Apparently it just cut out for no reason. Yeah, it's... I know you said that you have to leave soon. Which, you know, you have work. I understand. It's fine.
Their formation is
I don't know what that was. I wonder if...
defensive.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. It's been full of problems this stream, hasn't it? It's been full of issues.
Continue the onslaught.
Oh.
Destroy them all.
Yeah, because I don't know how much longer I'll go for. I guess it depends on what's next after we finish this mission.
For a task well performed.
But... Or I might end it after this quest is done, because it looks like we're still... Fuck. Still having issues. Fuck. What the hell? Well, hello then, YouTube and the VOD. No, maybe not even the VOD. It's probably just fucking YouTube at this point, isn't it? Hello there. We're going to just be finishing this quest, and then I think I have to wrap it up. Because what the hell is happening? Yeah, I have to see what's going on doing this, but I feel like we're probably going to end the stream after we finish this thing, because what the hell is happening here? I feel like it's always something, isn't it? It's always something. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I don't know what the hell's happening.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Yeah. Hey, we got an achievement. 4 heroes to resolve level 6. Okay. Oh wow, yeah. Fitzroy hit 6. Hard noggin. That's pretty good. Flagellant, okay. Yeah, lazy eye's bad.
A troubling shortage of ale, and a notable absence of good humor.
No one died, right? Okay, good. Well, get these guys off. Actually, put them back. Let's look how much blood we have. We just brought back like 11, right? 13, 14? Perfect. Amazing. Well, looking at stress-wise... what will you do? Only meditate. I mean, let's just fix that real quick. Let's just get a few more busts. There we go. Really de-stress people. Okay. Well, we have man-at-arms. I am going to sell that. And... ooh. Darcy. Lock of Fury. It hurts your health, but helps everything else. Sell one of those. Yeah. Okay, let's grab the people who had the rats and take those off. Just to take them back. Put them back in the thing. The rats. They just have a rat in their pocket. You know, as you do. You as well. Get your rat back. Give your whistle back. Okay, yeah. That's that, that's that. I don't know what we're doing next, but we have a lot of things, a lot of trinkets. I'm gonna look and see. I know we can't get enough to build any of these, I don't think. We get free food, though. Oh, Performance Hall. Jester gets less stress and has more speed. Kinda like that. Doesn't cost much either. No, I think we should save for, like, the bank. Really, we should save it up. Upgrade. What are we looking to upgrade? This costs painting skillful 5. Both of these... ooh. Expensive. Okay. I'm not doing anything, but I'm going to look to see what we do next week. Because obviously our stream is having issues. And I don't know why, and I don't think I can fix it. But I don't know. Maybe we'll continue the Baron. We're so close to the Baron. Next week we're probably going to fully wrap up and complete everything else in the Baron area. All the loot, all the items, all the battles, everything. And then we're going to attack the Baron himself. I don't know with what team, to be honest. But yeah, because we can't use level 5s, I don't think. Maybe we can, I don't know. Probably not. But yeah. Thank you all very much for joining me. Those who came by live, and all those who will be watching. I apologize for the shorter stream, but it just decided to die at the last second. I don't know why. But I'll see you all tomorrow for some Crusader Kings 3. And hope you all have a good day. Bye-bye. Sorry. Fucking internet, I bet.